What's going on, everybody? It is Jamie. Welcome to the channel Thrift on Fire. On today's video, I just want to give you a general update about Poshmark, how sales have been going. I personally just started using a virtual assistant for the last month. So not just started, over the last month, I've been using a virtual assistant through Fiverr. I wanted to talk about that, and I just want to talk about sales and what I think about the platform so far 2 months in. Okay, before we get too far in the video, I just wanted to mention as well, if you've been a long-time viewer of the channel or been watching it for any amount of time, I obviously had a surgery and I am currently still off of work, so I'm not really doing sourcing videos right now. I did last week I did a Restock Canada review where I bought shoes online, had them delivered to my house. Really helped a lot. I had to have somebody carry the shoes upstairs, but I could go through all the bins, no big deal, or the boxes. Right here behind me, I bought another lot from Restock Canada. This is clothing. I kind of went through it quickly last night with my wife. It is not so good. I'm going to be doing a review video on the clothing buy probably later in this week, if not next Monday. Depends on how long it takes me to go through everything. So that buy wasn't so good. So I just wanted to kind of give you guys an update. Health-wise, I'm doing much better. I'm still limited on what I could do, so I'm not out and about sourcing and thrifting and whatnot. So those type of videos are coming again soon, but probably not for another month or so. From March 1st to March 31st, I sold about 54 items. Now the gross amount was something like, I'll throw it up on the screen, like $1,222, something like that. And then when you remove fees and everything you need to remove, it was about $925 in sales. And I did the math kind of quick before this, and it equals about $17 in profit per sale. So you obviously would have to remove your cost of goods there as well. And these are items like t-shirts, shoes, Funko Pop, stuff like that. As I'm talking, I'll probably just throw some random sales up on the screen so you can kind of see the kind of stuff I've been selling on Poshmark. So that's been pretty good. In my case in particular, I'll show you right here. I had to go through and I've had to highlight. It's really not very neat and tidy, but I had to highlight all the, all the provinces because I've sold enough last year that I have to collect HST. So Poshmark doesn't collect HST for you. So I had to figure out how much HST I had to pay on all these sales. And for me, I have to remove about $102 from the $925 for HST. If you're not sure about HST in Canada, I think once you hit the threshold of something like $30,000 in online sales, then you have to register with the government and collect HST in your sales. I just had to go through that with eBay as well. I had to go in the back end and implement some HST into my sales. On eBay, that's very nice because they can collect HST for you on the sale, and then you can just pull it off into another account and save it. On Poshmark, unfortunately, they don't do that. So if you are somebody who does need to pay HST, you would have to calculate that all manually. So that was a little bit of work. It took me probably about an hour yesterday to do. Actually, it might have took me a little bit longer because it took me a couple tries, but you know, I did get it done, and that is the HST I do have to pay. So just to be clear, if you do not sell over $30,000 in sales online, you don't have to pay HST, but you still do need to claim all your earnings as income. So you'd have to pay income tax on your earnings. I think a lot of people overlook that when they sell online, but you know, to do things properly and legal, you definitely do need to be paying income tax on these sales. So now let's talk about the reason you probably clicked on this video, Poshmark Virtual Assistant. Now, I found this person on Fiverr right here, and I'll throw it up on the screen for you, but I'll just sort of read it. Be your personal virtual assistant for your closet sharing. So this is just for closet sharing. Now, if you're not really familiar with Poshmark, if you want people to see your items, you need to share your closet at least once a day or multiple times a day. And it is a time consuming. And for me personally, I just figured using a virtual assistant, this would be better use of my time. So for this one in particular, it's $13.15. Now, truth be told, once you get some taxes and stuff or fees that they're going to associate with this, it was about $15 or $16. I'll throw the exact amount up on the screen as well. And this is a 1 week plan. So the deals change with the plan, and there's multiple people selling these on Fiverr. So this is 14,000 shares for 1 week, 2,000 shares per day delivered in 1 week. So for $15, they're going to share my closet 2,000 times a day. Now that's pretty awesome, because before that, I was just, the first month I was on Poshmark, I would just try to share my entire closet once, and it was taking me some serious time. And yeah, it wasn't that it was necessarily negative, but there's a lot of better things I could be doing with that time. And for me personally, the $15 or $16 that I'm going to be spending on a virtual assistant, I can write that off on my income tax anyway. But even if you weren't going to write it off your income tax, it equates to sales. So if you have good titles, good pictures, and good items, and the only thing really hindering you is you don't want to share everything, you know, I can tell you I've, 54 things last month, $17 per item I was basically making. So if I eliminate 4 of those, I still sold, if there's 4 weeks in the month, which how many weeks were there in March? 1, 2, 3, 4 Fridays. So I would have had to pay 4 times last month, $15. So I still could take 50 sales forward, even if I used my, the profit from my sales. So hopefully that makes sense for you. So basically I'm giving away 4 sales technically, so that I don't have to share. And for me, that personally is totally worth it. If you only have like 10 things listed on Poshmark, of course you're not going to want a virtual assistant to share your 10 things. You could probably share those 10 things, I don't know, 50 times a day. And like that would be totally fine. But I'm talking about a pretty good sized closet. Hi, Leo. What a great place to sit. So I don't have a huge closet. I have 547 things listed. I've seen plenty of people with thousands of things listed. I'm recording this on Saturday as well. I'm not a Posh ambassador yet because I do need to do some more sharing. Discounts. So right here, self shares, 49,028. So that's pretty huge. I would have never been able to do that by myself. So that is what I'm paying for. This number reflects that I'm a top rated seller and that I've sold 93 things over the last 2 months when I've been doing it. Average shipping a day and a half. And I did get 1 negative comment as well here, which hurt my rating just a little bit. If you're curious about why I'm a 4.9, what is it called in here? Average rating. So I got a 1 star and it was totally my fault. I didn't even bother reaching out to the person. So I sold a pair of Dickies and I said they were double kneed and I said they were black. These were pants, just work pants. The price is really good. The person said, hey, these are really nice pants, but the description isn't anything close. The pants were blue, not black, and they were not double kneed. So that was totally my fault. And I had it listed that way on eBay as well. I'm not really sure what happened. I'm pretty sure I probably copied and pasted an old listing and didn't edit it quite the way I should have. So I made the mistake. On Poshmark, I don't think anybody besides Poshmark and you can see your rating, because I did kind of try to do a little research and figure out if it mattered, and I don't think it matters a lot. It might happen to be, say if you had gotten in a dispute with somebody and your rating was terrible because you always do terrible things on Poshmark, maybe then it would affect you. But as a seller, I don't think it just affects you in general. So back to the virtual assistant. So personally, like I said, I use Fiverr. Wherever you decide to get a virtual assistant, you probably want to make sure that they have good feedback and you're going to want to read a little bit about the seller and make sure they're not brand new and it doesn't seem scammy. The reason for that being is because you're going to have to give them your username and your password for Poshmark, because they are going to access Poshmark as if they were you, and they would have access to edit anything or do whatever they want. Could they clean out your bank account? Yeah, I suppose they probably could, but chances are they wouldn't, especially if they have a good account on Fiverr, right? Or wherever you get a virtual assistant. So that is a chance you could take, you are taking. I don't know how hard it would be. I do have, so right now if somebody went into there, the only thing I have set up at the moment is my own bank account. So I don't know how hard it'd be for somebody to add their own bank account and try to take all your money. And if they did that, I suppose you might have some sort of protection anyway. But I do want to mention that as part of the risks, and I'm not really sure that it's a huge risk anyway, but that is how it works. So you're going to have to give up your username and password so somebody can sign into your account and use it as you. So yes, I'm going to continue selling on Poshmark, obviously. I'm going to continue using a virtual assistant. I'm still currently using Vandu, which is the cross-listing app. I definitely am not using it as much as I was, but this past month, like I said in the beginning of the video, I had a surgery, and for at least a good 2 weeks, my wife was doing almost everything for me and I wasn't listing. So I'm kind of excited to get into next month because right now I'm feeling pretty good. I'm able to do a lot of things myself that doesn't really involve heavy lifting. So I should be able to be more active on all these sites and hopefully drive more sales. My goal was to get $1,000 in profit. Now I did hit over $1,000 in sales on Poshmark, but my actual profit was, what did I say, $925 or something like that. So that's still really awesome. My goal is for next month to get over $1,000. So fingers crossed. And yeah, so that's gonna do it for today's video, guys. I know it's just sort of a little bit of an update video, and I'm sure somebody out there's kind of wondering about a virtual assistant, and I hope this helps in some way. So yeah, till next time, guys, take care, stay safe, see you soon, bye-bye.